Hi, Andrea. How are you? Welcome in. Please like the stream. I'm doing good. You could post your questions, Andrea. I'll wait for Nine to come in. If she doesn't come in after you, then I will start her reading because I do have her questions. All right, let's see. Why is Andrea's ex-boyfriend's family stalking her social media? Why are they stalking her social media? Give me 1 second. All right, so let me see. All right, so you have the Queen of Swords, you have the Sun, the Three of Wands. Let me get more. The Eight of Pentacles, Okay, the Nine of Swords. Clarify the Nine of Swords here. Alright, we got the Ten of Swords reversed. And the King of Cups. So I feel like they're seeing you as sharp, independent, and in control. There's curiosity and maybe even intimidation about how you carry yourself post breakup. I don't know how long it's been since you guys have broken up, but there is a sense of wanting to see how you're doing. The sun is here, which it feels like you're shining, you're happy, or visibly thriving online. It could be like they're just assumptions that you're happy, you're living your best life. Your light is drawing attention. They want to see what you're up to because you're radiating success, confidence, and even positivity, right? With the Three of Wands, to me, they're looking from a distance, watching for what's coming next in your life. So just kind of watching to see what you're gonna post. This card can be about anticipation or trying to figure out what your plans are. You have the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like they could be noticing um, your work, your effort, your growth. This can mean your career or personal projects, or the way you're building yourself up after the breakup has them feeling, again, wanting to be nosy, wanting to see. Um, I have the Nine of Swords with the Ten of Swords reversed. They may feel regret, guilt, or worry about how things ended. They're trying to see if you're over it or still affected. The Ten of Swords reversed suggests they're wondering if there's still a chance for reconciliation or healing, even if they won't say it outright. And then with the King of Cups, I feel like this often represents your ex himself, or it could be one of his family members with strong emotions. Someone still has feelings or care for you, and is emotionally invested in your well-being or progress. um, I feel like your ex's family is watching because you're doing well and they're curious, concerned, and possibly nostalgic. They are seeing you as empowered and thriving, and want to know what's next for you. There's also emotional residue here. They're not fully over things or fully over how things ended. May feel guilt or worry about how they treated you. It's less about malice, to be honest, and more about curiosity, admiration, and emotional investment. They're just drawn to your glow up, and want to stay connected, even if it's indirectly, to see how your story continues to unfold. So that's what I have for the first question. Okay, let's see. This is her ex-mind trying to make a comeback, Spirit? Really? What were they in your stories? Alright, we got the Page of Cups. And you're welcome. The Page of Cups. Okay. The Four of Cups. The Star. And yeah, I feel like he has been contemplating on healing the connection. I feel like he's willing to put the work in, is what I'm getting. I feel like he definitely wants to heal the connection. He wants to bring peace to the connection. I feel like he could also be stalking you. If you haven't noticed, he could be doing it very subtly, but he's definitely watching you because I have the Page of Swords here is reversed, and to me it almost feels like he's doing it very obsessively. You have the Hierophant there too, so to me it feels like he's constantly watching your social media accounts. Even if he's not watching like stories where you can see that he's viewed it, he is definitely keeping an eye on you. He's definitely trying to see what you're up to, trying to gain knowledge and trying to gauge, like, put pieces put I'm over here stuttering. Put pieces to the puzzle together, even though he doesn't have the pieces. So trying to put a puzzle together, even though he doesn't have all the pieces. Yeah, especially his brother was just straight up stalking. I don't have his family. Oh my God, is his page blocked? Do you have his account blocked? Because I want to know, because I wonder if he's doing it from his brother's page. Because to me, this feels like he's doing this a lot. He is definitely watching you a lot. Girl, because you're showing up as the Queen of Wands. So there is still definitely a lot of like attraction here. He's blocked. That's him. It's not his brother, it's him. And I can confirm that, right? Is that him watching from his brother's account? Is that him watching from his brother's account? The Ace of Pentacles. Girl with the Empress and the King of Wands. Yes. He's definitely watching you from his brother's account. That's why I was like, wait, the brothers? No. No. That, first of all, that doesn't logically make sense to me. But also because I got here the Page of Swords reversed, he is doing this obsessively. He is still very attracted to you. I feel like he still sees you as very magnetic. And yeah, the High Priestess is here. I feel like trust your intuition here. If you're feeling like he's watching you, he is. And I can tell you right now, he is. Like, yeah, that's why I confirmed that. Because I'm like, I think it's him and not the brother. Um, I feel like he's made it a really, I want to say bad habit, but he's made it a habit to watch you, to know, girl, you might get communication from him because I have the Magician here. Um, you know what I'm getting here with, all right, so I got the Magician, the Ace of Swords reversed, and the Six of Swords. I feel with the Strength, I feel like I don't know who broke things off here, but there's gonna be a breakthrough. Show me more. Show me this Ace of Swords. I'm sorry, there's a little bit of a block on a breakthrough happening here, so this could be like clarity, communication. Yeah, the Ten of Swords. So that's coming to an end. So the quietness is coming to an end. He wants to move things into calmer waters. Again, I have the Temperance here. I'm getting him wanting to heal the connection, even if it's little by little. He broke up with you. Well, girl, he's spinning the block. He's here on the boat with the Six of Swords. This Six of Swords on this deck, the person is by themselves. Um, and so, yeah, I feel like this is him coming back to you. Um, or where he now feels like you're more calm, because that happens. And he's naturally gravitating towards you. If at one point you wanted this relationship, if you still do, if you're, to me, it feels like if you have wanted it, you've manifested it in your own way, and it is coming back to you. I do feel like he's coming back and being more confident, and again wanting to move into calmer waters, because I'm getting this energy of like you're a magnet, so he's being pulled towards you. Show me the Strength card. The Five of Wands. Why is that there? With the Judgment? Okay, and show me the Judgment. Show me the Judgment. Girl, the Eight of Cups reverse. Yeah, he's coming back in. He's coming back in, and I do feel like he's had a change of heart, a change of like energy. Before he was like holding back, he ran, is what I'm getting. And with the Judgment, it's like now he's like, okay, I can come back in. I feel more confident. So that is a definite for you. So that's what happened, Andre. I hope that gives you clarity. But yeah, it's him watching from his brother's account. Hi, ladies. How are you? All right, let me update this. I'm doing good. I'm just like a little tired today. All right, I'm gonna do 9. I know she's not here, but I usually do hers, even if she's not here. So I'm gonna do her questions. So 9 is 2045. Girl, I hear that. I freaking hear that. I took a nap yesterday and then I was kind of up late. All right, let's see. And girl, your predictions always come true. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's definitely watching you. That was funny to me because I was like, yo, he is like really stalking you. Like I'm like you're not even seeing it. Like he's done doing it. Like literally, I feel like he was hiding, and then you tell me, yeah, his brother is watching like a lot. I'm like, that is not his brother. That's him. But I'm glad I still wanted to confirm it. Um, I wanted to confirm that because yeah, that was just too obvious. As I said that, Spirit was like, hold on, he's it's him. Okay, Jasmine, no problem. All right, so let me get started with 9. All right, actually I'm gonna have to change 9's time. 22:19. You're right. Oh my god, guys, that's why when women would say like guys don't do that kind of stuff, they do it worse. They do it worse. Okay. All right, let's move it with 9. So let's see. Will accept my newest settlement amount for the acceptance of an NDA? All right, let's see. Okay, we got the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups reverse, oh, the Eight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune for me. The Devil. So the Ten of Swords for me, this shows a sense of finality or end of the line. It suggests SOF may feel defeated or reluctant, but also that the matter is reaching a breaking point. The Seven of Swords indicates strategy, negotiation, or even avoidance. They may try to maneuver around the settlement or approach it with caution and self interest. You do have the Queen of Cups here, which for me is saying this reflects emotional influence and compassion. It suggests your clients, not your the SOF, whoever is there. I don't know why I'm getting a client here, but I want to say spirit is saying for you not to be, you not to have too much of an empathetic approach here, um because I feel like they might not fully honor it. So like even you being empathetic or kind, they may not honor that either way. So don't overdo your kindness is what I'm getting. The Ten of Cups reverse is showing disharmony or misalignment. The ideal outcome may not be lining up perfectly, or there could be disappointment here um, in expectations versus reality. The Nine of Swords does talk about worry, stress, and sleepless nights. I feel like the SOF is anxious about the deal, and there's fears about implications of acceptance, maybe financial or even reputational. Um, I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune being clarified by the Devil, for me, this is the key. The wheel shows that things could still shift, and fate or circumstances may turn unexpectedly. However, with the Devil clarifying, it indicates acceptance may come with strings attached, obligations, restrictions, or control issues. They may agree, but in a way that keeps them bound to you, um, or that there's binds that binds you. I want to say, not feel. I feel like I'm getting like that. There could be, so yeah, there could be something here that kind of binds you tightly under the NDA terms. So the terms may not be the best. Um, I feel like the overall message is suggests hesitation and resistance from the SOF. They're not jumping to accept, and they may feel trapped by decision. However, the Wheel of Fortune and the Devil indicates there could be acceptance, but if it happens, it will be under conditions that feel restrictive, possibly manipulative, and or controlling. So there is a chance that they accept it, but it won't be straightforward or clean. I feel like the Devil is warning you to read every clause carefully, because acceptance may come at the cost of feeling locked in, or given up more than expected. So just proceed carefully, not out of fear or desperation, but with clarity, about what you're truly what they're truly willing what you're truly willing to bind. I want to say yourself to. Um, and it goes for both parties. You know, they'll have to deal with their own side. I'm only reading from your side. So I'm gonna do your second question, but just remember that I don't do legal questions. But since you're not here, I'm just gonna go ahead and answer it. All right. What would be the outcome if I were to proceed with court? Swear, what would be the outcome if she were to proceed with court? Hi, Claudia. I'll add you to the list once I'm done. What would be the outcome, Spirit? What would be the outcome here? Okay, we got the Five of Pentacles. Oh, wait, that's too much. The Three of Cups reverse. The Nine of Cups. The Judgment. The Tower. And the Six of Cups. Okay. With the Five of Pentacles, I'm getting... I feel like core, I don't know if it's you're financially coming out of your pocket, but it could bring some hardships or legal fees, or maybe even a sense of lack before improvement comes towards you. The Three of Cups is reversed, so to me, this looks like broken agreements, lack of cooperation, um, possible betrayal. This suggests things could get messy with little teamwork or support from the other side, where they could like really close off and really like try to take it too far. However, you do have the Nine of Cups here, and so the Nine of Cups is saying despite challenges, this is definitely a dream come true card, a wish fulfillment card. It does suggest you would ultimately gain satisfaction and feel vindicated, um, an emotional and personal victory here. You then have the Judgment, which is a strong card for court cases. It represents justice, truth being revealed, and an official decision being made. So this leans towards a fair outcome in your favor, or at least closure. Um, you have the Tower. I feel like court will not be smooth. It may cause sudden shocks, um, breakdown of false structures, and dramatic change. So this could mean exposure of truths um, the other side hope to hide. With the Six of Cups, I do have this is a card of healing, reconciliation, or restoration after turmoil. You may get a sense of closure and even compensation that brings you relief, um, and a sense of returning back to balance. Um, I feel like overall, if you perceive a court, there will be difficulty because you do have the Five of Pentacles in the Tower here. Court will be tough and disruptive, but it also looks like the more empowering, clarifying path long term. You may end up with both a sense of justice and emotional release, even if it's even if it's costly along the way. So there could be, so what I'm getting is essentially there could be some short-term struggle, but the gain is long-term. Your long-term is, it's going to be a gain rather than a struggle or a loss. All right, let's get to your third question. I'm going to change the deck here. All right, you got the Four Cups. Wait, I know something flipped. I just saw it. Where did it go? The Four Cups and the Hermit. I'm gonna start here. So for me, this feels like there's a sense of dissatisfaction or boredom, maybe even emotional detachment on your part. You may feel overlooked, stagnant, or like you're just existing at this job. The Hermit definitely suggests you're, or it could be suggesting that you're craving deeper meaning and reflecting about your career path. All right, let's see. Hi, Sarah. How are you, love? All right, let's see. Show me. The Page of Wands. All right, we got a few here. The Ace of Cups and the Fool. Oh, wait, and the Four Wands. So I feel with this, to me, this feels exciting. So new opportunities, inspiration, and fresh starts are right around you. These cards show that creativity, passion, and joy could come from taking a leap into something new. Um, I feel like these cards are highlighting your potential for fulfillment outside of your current workplace. So maybe going towards a new, I wouldn't necessarily say career, but could just be like where you're working at. So like the company that you're working for, needing change here. Um, Show me. All right, we got the Five of Pentacles. Show me more spirit. The Knight of Swords. And the Five of Wands. So for me, this looks like maybe challenges now. Maybe you're feeling underpaid, undervalued, or unsupported. This confirms financial and emotional lack at your current job. Um, could be also feeling left out of like maybe some like opportunities. So like let's say new opportunities have arise. You're feeling like you're being again overlooked. The Knight of Swords is here. I feel like the environment may be pushy, rushed, or very demanding with little care for your well-being. So like doing way too much work for the pay, being being overworked and then underpaid, which I feel like a lot of jobs do that. The Five of Wands is here, which talks about conflicts, competition, could be even petty drama at work. This could be coworkers clashing or a generally combative atmosphere, workplace. Again, people being overlooked that don't qualify for certain positions. Well, the people that do qualify are being overlooked. All right, what does she need to know, Spirit? I want to do that. What does she need to know? You have the Six of Cups, the Sun, and the Empress. These are good cards to end with. So the Six of Cups and the Sun, I feel like despite the challenges here, there is some comfort, familiarity, or moments of joy here. It may feel safe because it's known or you've been there for a while. The Sun says you still you still have your light to shine. But I'm also getting that the card suggests your fullest happiness won't be realized if you stay too long. So it is pointing to a new direction, to somewhere new. Um, I have the Empress here, so I like seeing the Empress because for me, this is the most important card here because it shows your true potential is creative, abundant, and expansive. Um, you're capable of growth, leadership, and flourishing. I just feel like your current job is capping that potential. So, and I feel like it's the current workplace. So, I do feel like there's a need to possibly like move on from this workplace, even if, like I said, because there is some happiness here. So, it could be the career that you're at, the career what you're doing you enjoy, but maybe not the workplace, or it could be the other way around, where you like the workplace, you just don't enjoy exactly what you're doing. Um, I feel like overall, like in summary, bottom line, um, it just feels like you've outgrown where you're at. Um, Staying much longer risks keeping you in lack and conflict, but stepping into something new brings joy, abundance, and expansion. So I want to say it almost feels like it's time for you to expand. It's time for a new beginning. Don't be scared because you are the Empress, and for me, the Empress is she gives life to everything. So she can create whatever she wants because she is the creator of life. Um, so yeah, I feel like your current workplace may not be aligned with your highest growth. If it is draining, competitive, and limiting, um, to me, experiencing you're learning valuable lessons, but the cards also show strong encouragement to seek or prepare for a new beginning. So that is what I have for you, love bug. I hope that was helpful. All right, guys, let me update the list. I do have to go grab some water, so let me just update this list real quick. Yeah, I agree. Because if you don't, nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else will. All right, Lucky. All right, and Gypsy. Just let me know if I missed anyone. I don't think I did, though. Okay, Sarah, no problem. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go get some water. Be right back. Be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. My bad. I had to grab a few things. So I am back. Jasmine, let me know if you're here. I'm gonna change the deck. Wait, did I say hi to all of you? If I didn't, hi y'all. How's everyone doing? Jess, how are you? Claudia, Lucky, Sarah. I know I spoke to Jasmine. All right, so let's see. Let's see. Is H aware of A's obsession with Jasmine? Let's see. The Lovers, the Two of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Six of Cups, okay, the Ace of Cups reversed, the Ace of Swords, the Emperor, the Four of Pentacles. All right, we got the Ten of Cups, the Tower, and the Six of Swords. So I'm gonna definitely say yes. I'm gonna say yes that he is very much aware. So all right, how I could put this, right? He's still very much aware of the emotional ties and dynamics between the people in his life. So this could be with you and her. Um, I feel like he senses when connections or attachments are lingering. For me, this shows he's not oblivious to like what's happening, right? I feel like with the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups, um, he knows there's heartbreak, jealousy, and regret around. I want to say this triangle, because that's what Spirit is using. These cards suggest he's aware that maybe like he's aware of or has an idea that she's carrying pain and heartbreak, um, and that her obsession is rooted in loss. So her obsession is not because she's winning. If anything, it's because she's losing. Um, with the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups reversed, um, this is talking about nostalgia and clinging to the past. So he's definitely recognizing that she has trouble. It has trouble of letting go of him emotionally, but he's not reciprocating that energy. So because the Ace of Cups is being reversed, so he's not reciprocating that energy towards her. She just can't let him go. You have the Ace of Swords with the Emperor. Again, this shows he is smarter than maybe he gives off. Not saying that he gives off stupid vibes, but he knows more than he lets on. And yes, he knows the truth. The Emperor being here shows him being firm and setting boundaries, while the Ace of Swords is talking about the clear awareness. So he's not confused. He sees her behavior for what it is. Um, I don't know if she's like stalking him, maybe like even like saying shit where he knows that she could be like stalking him and then like saying little shit like, like, oh, you back with that bitch or something, like where he knows like, why the fuck you asking about her. um Even though I don't feel like there's communication in the sense of like that happening on like a consistency here, because again, he's not reciprocating whatever energy she's giving. So this could be her just like even just randomly reaching out and he's not even responding to her. Because I have the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So I do feel like he's holding back. um I feel like with the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, he notices he knows that she's holding on to him tightly. She's trying to cling to an old vision of family stability or happiness with him. So she's really stuck in the past, like when things were like really good with him. And for whatever reason, this feels like years ago to me. The Tower is here with the Six of Swords. He knows her obsession is unstable and destructive, and he wants to move away from that chaos. So he definitely chooses to stay away from her. It's not like he's just doing it to get anything out of you or doing it to get like any. It's just generally like, even if you were not in the picture, he doesn't want that energy. So he does. How I would say it is like, he doesn't he doesn't want her because he just doesn't want her. Like, her energy is very chaotic. She's very chaotic. She's just unstable mentally, I feel. Um so it's not like he doesn't want her because he wants you. Yeah, of course he wants you. But to me this feels like he just don't want her at all. Like, she's probably like the last thing he would touch again if they were the last people on earth, if that makes sense. Um So this definitely show, like, these cards right here, the Tower and the Six of Swords, definitely show him consciously trying to distance himself from her. Not from her, I'm gonna say from her energy, and focus on calmer waters. So like, you know what this feels like to me? Like, he could tell difference. This is why I tell people all the time. You don't have to be a reader or intuitive to feel people's energy. People feel energy is, we are energy. We're made from, like, we're energy. So her energy feels like chaos, unstable, drama. Yours is the calmer waters. So he could tell the difference between when his energy feels hella chaotic and when his energy feels calm. Like, who's there. Um so I feel like, to me, like, overall, like, he is definitely very aware of her obsession. He recognizes that it comes from heartbreak and an inability to release the past, to find her own closure. I feel like he's done all that he can to give her closure. It's at this point he's just like, I'm not focused on her. I don't care about her. I don't give a F, honestly. Let her find her own closure, because nothing he does or says keeps her at bay. Um, so he's definitely mentally clear, and definitely for me, it feels like he's working to distance his energy from hers, or distance her energy from his. Because I don't get, like, that they're physically involved. Um, so I would say, yeah, this, for me, this feels like, in summary, he's not blind or naive to her behavior. He sees it, he understands it, but doesn't intend to entertain it. His focus is on moving forward and stabilizing his own life. So like I was saying, like, like, for him, is like, even if you don't take him back, he's not going back to her. He's not entertaining her. Um he's kind of disgusted by her. I feel kind of crazy, like, I don't feel crazy saying it, but I feel bad saying it. But it gives me like the ick. So he wouldn't even wet his thing with that, because he knows it's just not worth it. So that's what I have for you, Jasmine. Was that helpful? And I can respect that too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but obviously, you're the one he's leaning towards. I'm just saying that it's not. Is, how some people will be like, oh, I don't want that person because now I have this other person. No, like, he does not want her at all. Like, it ain't because you're not, like, it's just does not matter. He's not going back to that. You're welcome, my love. Girl, he wouldn't. Yeah, this is helpful to me, because I feel like the same way he's releasing her energy, no matter what she does, just continue to release her energy, because clearly you're manifesting, so things are gonna move out the way. Eventually she'll move on. The energy is what stays the longest. It lingers the strongest. Yeah, right, right. But that just goes to show who you are in her eyes. So she has you on a pedestal too. Yeah, to release the past. Release the old stories because they'll fade away. I always tell myself when little shit come up, be like, that either that never happened or okay, that's in the past. Like we're in the present moment. The past is the past. All right, so thank you, Jasmine, Rockstar, Jasmine. Claudia, you can go ahead and post. Y'all, I cleaned the bathroom and I just feel like I maybe was fucking around with too many chemicals. It has me. All right, let's see. What does she need to know about VR? He's a male Virgo. He keeps popping into her head from time to time, even though it has been years. All right, let's see. What does she need to know, Spirit? What does she need to know? What does Claudia need to know? So many bobby pins. Yo, girl, I have to clean up my makeup vanity because I'm sure there's a ton there. Girl, were you in there with... Girl, with the bleach, yes. I bought chemicals today. I went to I went to Target. I went to the supermarket. I bought all these new chemicals, and I was just like, oh my god. Ever since I did it, like, I don't know, my chest feels a little... I'm sure it'll go away. I just feel like I could smell it in my nostrils. All right, the devil is here. Show me more, Spirit. What does she need to know? The Temperance. The Tower reverse. The Six of Swords. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting some type... I don't know what the connection was here, but it feels like some type of unfinished business. But it feels codependent. Like, it feels toxic. It feels not the best because we do have the devil here. The Temperance is here with the Six of Swords, and I feel like Spirit is saying, almost like for me, it feels like this chapter is over. You have like almost to like get rid of this energy, like remove this energy from your field. Um, Show me the Tower, and it could just be there because whatever was could have happened here did not happen. Because the... excuse me, the Tower talks about a transformation that was meant to happen, but it's coming out in the reverse. So that means it never happened. So yeah, the Four of Wands is here. So there could have been there could have been a time where you guys were or should have leaned towards a romantic relationship, but it just never happened. So Spirit saying like it's time to move on from it. To move on, like let go of this energy. Yeah, the Death card is here. Put it to an end, because it's again, it's showing up as like a little codependent. So this could be with him thinking about you too. Like he could be dreaming with you, thinking about you, where you're picking up on that energy. But I don't see any actions here. But let's see. What does she need to know? The Death card with the Six of Cups. Okay. And the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you see the nostalgia. So I'm definitely getting, because I have the Ten of Wands. To me, this feels like there could be obsessive thinking here. Um, on both parts, but it could be just coming from his energy, where again there has to be a completion of this cycle, because it's all in the how I'm getting it is like it's all in the mind. And look, it's him because I got the King of Swords here clarifying who this energy is coming from. Yeah, the Moon. I feel like he could be wondering. Yeah, I just clarified the Moon with the Three of Pentacles. To me, this feels like for him it's still unfinished business. He could be wondering what things would be like now if you guys would have like gotten together, taken things to the next level. He's definitely in that energy where he's wondering. Show me more. I saw that he's still... Really? Wait, how do you see that? Yeah, because see, I see him wondering and thinking, but I don't see actions. But to me, when somebody is obsessively thinking like that and they're wondering, eventually they do tend to like reach back out. So you could definitely get him reaching back out. Show me more. Oh, on Spotify, the Hangman. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's just gonna be a lot of thinking coming up. I don't see him putting effort towards something long term. Even if he does come back in, I don't see it being something long term, because there could be him coming back in, a change of perspective here. But I am definitely getting like more stuck energy. The Nine of Pentacles is here with the Three of Cups. I don't know if he was, I want to say someone that was single and they were kind of just doing them. There could have been third party energies here. And I'm kind of seeing that he's kind of still on that wave, if that makes sense. Like, I'm still seeing someone that if they come in, they're not going to put in the effort for long term. If they come in, because he's still showing up as not I don't see it happening. But like I said, if somebody is thinking and like obsessing, chances are that if they stay in that energy, they will eventually reach out. So yeah, that's what I have for you, love. Also, look, because he popped it into my head. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Let me turn my ear on. I'm a little hot. Ow. You're welcome. Wait, why are you laughing, Jess? All right, Lucky, let me know if you're here. Okay. Yeah, I haven't. I'm already shuffling. All right, let's see. All right, how did anything to her last message apologizing for her behavior? Okay, we got the Ten of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the World. I'm gonna start here. So his initial thoughts, I feel like the message touched him. He saw sincerity in your words, um, and considered the long-term potential of what you guys have shared. It gave him a moment of hope and I would say a hope for emotional fulfillment, but he's also reflecting carefully on whether he wants to invest more. With the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Wands in the World, um, well, let me go back to the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like your apology gave him a glimpse, again, of happiness that could exist. But again, it also made him stop and really think about whether this is something he wants to invest in for the long term. So it does have him like in his head. Um, I feel like with the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the World, your explanation did bring him clarity. It helped him understand where your behavior is coming from. And in that moment, he felt like things were coming full circle. It's almost like he finally got what was happening on your side, and that mattered to him, right? Because there could have been a lot of confusion, especially with the Seven of Cups being here. There could have been overthinking where he's just like, I just don't know. I don't know. At the same time, the message stirred some inner conflict. So let me get some more. Show me more. The Two of Pentacles reversed. The Ace of Cups reversed. The Nine of Swords. The Death and the Fool. One more, Spirit. I'm sorry, I was saying the Seven. I said the Seven of Cups, but it was the Seven of Pentacles. But yeah, either way, the Seven of Pentacles for me is like a strategizing card. Is a card of like, okay, what's next? Like what confusion? Again, there could be a little confusion here. Oh look, you got the Seven of Cups that came out. So yeah, I feel like at the same time, you stir some inner conflict with the Two of Pentacles reversed, the Ace of Cups reversed, and the Nine of Swords. Um, it shows he's still carrying worry and emotional doubt. Your honesty softened him for sure, but it also brought up old fears of being hurt again. Um, he does believe you. It's not like he doesn't believe you or he's not trusting you. But part of him wonders if he can really trust that the past patterns won't repeat itself. So what I'm getting here, it does feel like when we're talking about right now the past patterns, it is past patterns with you, not past patterns with other people. So this was definitely in reflection to where he's at with you right now. Um, he's kind of like wary of if he starts investing again, you'll go quiet or you'll ghost. Um, and it's almost like he doesn't know if he's. I feel like he's not 100% sure if he's willing to invest in that right now. Um, the Death and the Fool for me, these are cards that say your words made him think about transformation, about ending the old cycle and starting fresh. Um, so there's part of him that's tempted to just let it go, wipe the slate clean, and take a leap with you again. But we have the Seven of Cups here. It's like he's still in a place of weighing options and imagining different scenarios. He hasn't made up his mind fully yet. Um, so bottom line, I do feel like your message reached him. It gave him clarity. It definitely softened his feelings at the moment because again, I feel like there was just a little bit of wondering what was going on here, confusion. He definitely sees potential of starting new with you, but he's still working through his own doubts and deciding what direction he truly wants to take when it comes to you and him. So that's what I have for you, love. He could also be at a place where maybe he doesn't feel like he can or wants to deal with too much emotional baggage. Um, and not saying that he feels like you're baggage, but some people will look at someone that's carrying their own fears as baggage that could possibly in turn way too heavy for them to deal with and handle. So that could be something else too that I'm getting from him, like where he's like, I really like her and I appreciate the message, but do I have it in me to really deal with this, or do I even want to deal with this kind of like emotional baggage? Um, because with doubts and fears in a partnership, there has to be how do you say that? Oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? Reassurance. And he may feel like I don't want to deal with someone that's gonna constantly need reassurance. So I definitely feel like he's in deep contemplation on what the next step is here. So that's what I have for Lucky. All right, for Gypsy Libra's feelings. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. What are the Libra's feelings towards Gypsy? And just we're gonna close at 4:15. I just did that the time. I've only been on for an hour and 20 minutes. All right, what is the Libra's feelings towards Gypsy? Alright, we got the Ace of Wands, the Justice reverse, okay, the Fool, the Ten of Swords reverse, the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Wands, okay, and then show me. Alright, the Six of Swords and the Tower. Sorry, let me just send this to my sister. Um, So with the Ace of Swords and the I'm getting all right. So the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Wands here, I'm getting like very sexual energy. Just FYI, I'm getting his energy towards you is full of passion and attraction. Um, it shows he still feels that spark with you. Like you light something up inside of him. You inspire excite there's you inspire excitement and desire, and he's drawn to that energy. So like your fiery energy, not just sexually but like generally, is very attractive to him. The Knight of Wands for me here, it obviously is making it clear that he has a lot of passion for you. He feels that chemistry deeply. He wants to pursue you. Um, but his energy is coming in as very hot and fast. Sometimes without like consistency. Um, it's desire driven is what I'm getting from him. While that's exciting, it also means he could act impulsively. So it does feel almost like right now if he were to take action, you will probably be like, get the fuck out of here, unless you just want to sex, right? Because he's coming in as very like, I don't know, girl. It feels horny to me. Is what I would say, like take you down type of energy. Like makeup sex, but then it's like the consistency after that may not be there. Um, you have the justice reverse, and I feel like he's genuinely feeling off balance. So he may not be approaching this situation in the most fair and honest way. Um, or he's struggling to fully take accountability. For his actions or feelings. There's a sense that he's avoiding being completely transparent or responsible here. So, what I'm getting from this is like, especially with that energy that's coming in really strong, almost like reaching out to you, like having like small talk, but like the intention behind it could be he's not being honest that the intention behind it is, him wanting some of that ass. Say not some wanting some of you. But I'm also getting with this is like he's trying to avoid taking responsibility for his actions when it comes to you and him. So trying to avoid feelings, trying to avoid expressing feelings or being like coming towards you clear with when it comes to intentions. The fool is here. It does show for me the fool shows he does want a fresh start with you. Um, or at least he's feeling play. See, I'm getting like playful, adventurous energy here. Like being around you gives him that new beginning kind of vibe. At the same time, with the Ten of Swords reverse, he's trying to move past old pain, or disappointments. I want to say either from his past with you or past relationships in general. I feel like it could be both. He doesn't want to stay stuck in old wounds. This also gives me a feeling of like not wanting to address um, like the elephant in the room. If there is one, right? If you feel like there is one, there could be that where he's just not trying to address certain things. Um, yeah, I get him guarded here with that Nine of Wands. So he is a little guarded. I feel like he's been through things, and even though he feels a strong pull towards you, he's very cautious, keeping his guard up so he doesn't get hurt. So I feel like this is one of the first times that I feel like we've gotten a little bit of this before, but I feel like it's coming in very strong today. Um, him being cautious and like definitely keeping his guard up because he's afraid of getting hurt. I mean, obviously, I know you're not gonna hurt him, but he doesn't know that. Like, he doesn't know that. You do have in your outcome the Six of Swords with the Tower, and for me, it does feel like things between you and him won't stay the same. There will be a dramatic shift that pushes the connection out of old patterns. Um, it may feel shocking or intense, but ultimately a turning point that allows movement. Um, I want to say towards something healthier rather than towards calmer waters. Feels like something more healthier. where I feel like you both could give each other some sense of reassurance. I feel like the tower, obviously breaks down illusions. Um, it's needed when that foundation is weak. The Six of Swords says you will be moving towards clarity and calmer energy soon. So I do feel like his energy, it is a lot lighter than it has been like the last, what, like 2 or 3 readings. It has lightened up. It has lightened up, even though there is still heaviness there. There's still yeah. That's what I have for you, boo. I hope that was helpful, but it has lightened up. All right, thank you, Lucky, and thank you, Gypsy. I hope that was helpful. You're welcome. You too. Thank you. All right, Sarah, let me know if you're here. You know what? Let me use the bathroom real quick. Y'all, I've been drinking water like crazy. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I did your reading already. I want to say go to 22 minutes. 22 minutes. Let me double check. Hold on. Um, let me see if I can. No, I gotta go, Claudia. So I will have to. If you want to leave your question, um, I'll do it on the next live. Yeah, it's been closed for like 10 minutes now. Wait, Night, are you here? All right, I'm gonna get started with Sarah. Sorry, Sarah, for making you guys wait. I just as I went downstairs, my nephew got here, so I had to like settle him in. All right, so let's see. Okay, no problem. I have a client, so I have to go, guys. My client's not till 6, but I still have to go. I have to eat and stuff like that before my client gets here. All right, let me go. All right, so let's see. Okay, I'm having issues with my boss. If I talk to HR, will they transfer me back to the floor as a nurse for part time? I don't see. All right, let's see. Okay, we got the High Priestess. The Six of Swords. The Nine of Wands. The Six of Wands. The Page of Swords reverse. And the Three of Wands. Um, so I feel like with the High Priestess showing up, it does talk about you knowing deep down, or like they're saying deep down, you already sense the truth about this situation. Your intuition is strong here, so trust the feelings you've been having. The Six of Swords tells me that talking to HR could indeed lead to a transition, a shift that helps you move out of the stress you're in now. It won't be instant, is what I'm getting, but it looks like a step forward towards calmer waters. Um, I'll keep it because I'm on February wait list for the. Yeah. The Nine of Wands says you may feel worn out by all of this. It also shows your resistance, you're not giving up. Um, and that's exactly what's going to help you push through. With the Six of Wands being here, there's a clear indication of victory and recognition. This is a strong sign that your voice will be heard and respected if you go forward with this. Um, Now, the Page of Swords being reversed, it does warn that not everyone around you may be open or direct or supportive in how they communicate. Um, they're saying be careful of gossip or misunderstandings or people twisting things. If you go to HR, keep your words clear, professional, and focus only on your requests and the facts. And then with the Three of Wands, it does show me that yes, a shift is coming, opportunities are opening up for you. But there may be a little waiting period. So the card is saying prepare for progress, but also be patient as the pieces line up. Um, And I feel like, yeah, if you talk to HR, there's definitely a strong chance they'll help move you into this role if it, or they could move you to into a role that feels lighter or more aligned with you. And again, that's like getting back on the floor as a part-time NOC nurse. Just be mindful of how you present your case and trust that your persistence will pay off. So you're trying to be patient, yeah. I get it. Let me see. All right. The next one. All right. Is the school her son is attending the vesper for him? She doesn't feel like he's getting. Show me spirit. Okay, the star reversed. All right, we have the Three of Wands. Okay, the Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay, they're coming out fast. The Three of Cups. Okay, the Empress almost flew out of my hand, like off the bed. I'm sitting on my bed, y'all. All right, and let's see. And the World. Okay. So I'm gonna say Spirit is agreeing with you. Because the Star reverse, it does show that right now the school may not be fully meeting um your hopes and needs for your son, or your son's needs, obviously. Um, there could be a sense of discouragement, or like something is missing when it comes to his growth and inspiration here. The Three of Wands tells me this experience is giving both of you perspective, but it's also showing that there might be better opportunities beyond where he is now. It's as if this school is a step along the journey, not necessarily the final destination. With the Six of Pentacles reversed here, it looks like the balance of give and take isn't quite right. He may not be getting the right amount of attention, support, or resources he needs. Um, and that imbalance is something your intuition is obviously already picking up on. um I feel like with the Three of Cups and the Empress, it does show positives though, right? So it's not like it's all negative, or that it's not all going his way. um I do feel like there's moments of joy, um friendships, and nurturing energy around him. So it's not like the school is all wrong. It's more that it gives him some of what he needs, but obviously not everything. With the World card being here, this tells me the situation will come full circle. You'll get clarity and you'll feel confident in making the right choice for him. Whether it's staying for now or letting him, yeah, whether it's staying for now and like letting him take what he can from this environment, or possibly moving him when the time feels right. You'll know when the cycle is complete. Like you're just gonna know. is what they're saying. Um, so in summary, I do feel like the school is obviously not the worst place for him, but it's not a perfect fit either. Um, Again, it gives him some joy and nurturing, but doesn't fully meet his needs. It may be more of a stepping stone until better, until something better aligns. So that's what I have for that question. All right, let's go to your third one. Let me see. What does he find most attractive about me to where he wants me in his life? All right, let's see. So you're correct, Sarah, with picking up on that. I feel like you are literally like on point with that. With the school and your son. I feel like things are gonna get better though. Okay. We have the Justice, the Page of Pentacles reversed, the Strength reversed. Okay. Okay, we got the Sun. All right, we got it. The Two of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. The Seven of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. So, what Mr. Braulio? That name, I only know one other Braulio. I've never heard of another Braulio. And I went to school with somebody named Braulio, and I was like in 10th grade. He was in 12th, but I knew his whole family. Like I knew his cousins from like kindergarten. So like no matter what, wherever I see him, like he always shows so much love, and yeah, that's who it reminds me of. Um, Whenever I say his name, but to your reading, um, I feel like this is obviously attraction that goes beyond surface level, and I feel like I use that a lot, like surface level, because I mean I don't know what else I could say for it. That's just, it's just more than just physical attraction, right? um with the Justice, he sees you as someone who is fair, you're balanced, you're very honest, you're straightforward, you're clear, when you speak, and like you so I feel like this also talks about conversation wise. Like you're not just having small talk. There's like a cause and effect here. There he could carry on a conversation with you that maybe starts off with like talking about how your day was, and next thing you know, you guys are talking about like aliens. I don't know why aliens came up, um, but I believe, and he's a oh really? I didn't know that. That is crazy. I gotta see what this Braulio's birthday is. I don't know. I know. I think his birthday is like in March or something like that. So yeah, like you guys can carry on a conversation, and like I said, it's like it starts off with how was your day, and then before you know, you're talking about like aliens and shit like that. The most random stuff. You carry yourself with integrity, and that makes him trust you in ways he can't with others. Like if somebody were to tell you, like, let's say if you guys were together and somebody were to be like, I think I saw Sarah talking to a guy, he would, first of all, he wouldn't believe that anything was going on, but he also would be like, yeah, that's probably just like he wouldn't even second guess your integrity. The Page of Pentacles and the Strength reverse show that even when you've had moments of vulnerability or uncertainty, he actually admires that you're real and not pretending to be perfect. He's drawn to your authenticity. You show both your strong and soft sides, and that makes you relatable and magnetic to him. So, some women can be a little too masculine, or like I did someone's read, like, some women can be a little too emotional. You're kind of like the perfect balance for him, right? You said it's true, right? Yeah, I feel like I was like, yeah, I could talk about anything, like, um, and yeah, so like you're the perfect balance. Again, this is like you're standing out to him because I think he's had a little too much of someone showing up masculine, and then or someone being way too emotional. And there is such a thing. I'm a very gentle woman and I'm very like sensitive, but I there's definitely people that I'm like, you're way too fucking sensitive, like, and not sensitive in a way of caring, more so like every little thing gets to them. So that's I'm getting that, like, you're just literally like the perfect mix. The sun says you bring him joy, light, and warmth. He genuinely feels good in your presence. um, you brighten up his world is what I'm getting. So paired with the Two of Wands, he sees a future with you. He thinks about what life could be like with you, in the long term. With the with the now with the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Cups being here, um, there is like his awareness, like he knows, there's a sense of him knowing that you've been through hardships and endings. But instead of letting that break you, you still embody confidence, grace, and emotional strength. This makes you deeply attractive to him. And I feel like this kind of comes in a little bit with like the masculine energy, right? Where it's like you can bounce back. Like, you can obviously, like, I know you just went through a loss with your father, but you didn't, some people, I mean, some people grieve differently. And I'm not saying that someone that lays in their bed for days and weeks, but you tend to kind of like put your big girl panties back on, and you're like, life goes on. I have to keep moving. I'm gonna grieve regardless, but my life doesn't stop. And I feel like, again, that's very attractive to him. You're welcome, Nine. Um, that's very attractive to him, that you can overcome stuff. Like, you're not you're not how do you say, hopeless when it comes to certain things. With the Seven of Cups being here, it tells me he sometimes feels overwhelmed by how many qualities you have. Like, your beauty, your depth, your intelligence, your emotional, your warmth, your caring, your fire. But again, it comes up as you're the full package, and it almost feels unreal to him. So I feel like from head to toes, you're his ideal woman, inside and out. With the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords being here, showing up together, he's drawn to the balance you embody, which is you're compassionate, you're loving, and emotionally intuitive. Yet you're also intelligent, you're sharp, you're direct. If you have to cut someone's throat, you're gonna do it. But if you have to help them heal, you're gonna help them heal too. And that, again, that combination makes you irreplaceable in his eyes. Yo, this just reminded me, there was a post um about like there was talking specifically about Puerto Rican women, and they were saying, like, the guy was saying all this good stuff, right? And then he started saying, he's like, they'll cut you, they'll do like all this stuff, and then they'll nurse you back to life and stuff. I don't know, for some reason that made me think of that. um and yeah, so he's like, she'll cut my throat, but she'll also help me heal it. So, um and again, that feels irreplaceable to him, because again, you can be compassionate, but you know how to like step in your power. Like, you're not gonna stay soft. Like, when you're soft when you need to be, and when you need to stay in your power and you need to be like, bring the sword out, you do it. So it's how I'm looking at it is like, you pick and choose. Like, everything is not a battle for you. And because, again, some people can be that sensitive where everything is a battle. And no, you're not like that. Like, when you speak up, I feel like he definitely listens. He listens regardless. But when you get like, how you did the other, like, a few weeks ago, he fully understood what you were saying. Like, he was listening because you're so clear with it, and you're so sharp, and like, you don't necessarily have to like curse or anything. And so finally, with the Two of Swords and the Four of Wands, it shows that he wants stability with you, um, but also feels like he's at a crossroad. Um, at crossroads, I would say. He knows you could be his true happiness, his celebration, his sense of home. I think the only thing that's at a crossroads is what I was telling you before, like the physical distance. Like, where do we go from here? But what I do like is because I feel like the consistent energy is him being focused on the big picture, the long term view, and not so much so on the little shit, like the day to day stuff. To me, I feel like he feels like the day to day stuff it's already in place. Um, so, in short, summary, he is attracted to your honesty, your resilience, your warmth, obviously your beauty, and the way you balance heart and mind. He sees you as both nurturing and strong, someone who lights up his world and could be a true partner. Um, and that's why he wants you in his life, because you represent joy, death, and a future worth building. Um, like, he's honored to even be involved with you. Like, he's honored. He's honored to, like, show you off. Like, some people will show people off because of their physical appearance. You come with both. Like, not only are you physically gorgeous to him, but also he's like, she represents a lot of things that a lot of women nowadays don't. So that's what I have for you, Sarah. You choose your battle. Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't have time to be like, first of all, I don't really like confrontation. I don't like to really deal with that kind of stuff, especially in my partnerships, in general. But I also, know when to, like, when I gotta be like, hold on, we need to address this. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And thank you, Sarah Boo. I hope that gives you clarity. All right, next we have Lucky. Lucky, let us know if you are here. And thank you, Jess. I haven't had a chance to really chit chat, but I don't want anyone waiting too long. You're welcome. All right, you're here. So let's see. All right, what does I want to say to you? Okay, let's see. What does I want to say to her, spirit? What does I want to say to her? What does I want to say to Lucky? Okay, the Magician reverse and the Page of Swords. Um, I feel like right away, he's one, like, what and really wants to say to you at this time. He feels like you hold back your power. With the Magician reverse, he senses that you haven't been fully honest or open about what you want, and that leaves him feeling like he's been guessing your intentions. And I got this for you in one of your readings recently, and it's coming in really strong today. The Page of Swords being here, it does show that he's obviously very curious. He could be watching you through social media. I don't know if you guys have social media, and waiting for you to be more direct with him. I also feel like he's not quite ready to be direct with you. So I would honestly not really do anything else, um, unless you genuinely feel like, I want to reach back out and, like, see what's going on. Show me more. Okay, we got the Lovers with the Judgment reverse. Okay. So he does feel a strong connection to you. So he is saying that, I feel a strong connection to you. He feels like more can happen here. He sees this as something very meaningful. But with the Judgment reverse, it tells me he feels like you've been avoiding making a clear choice. Or this could be him literally right now avoiding making a clear choice. Like, I feel like, oh, this almost feels like tables turn, where, like, maybe you were resisting before, like resisting really stepping into what this could be. And it's almost like now he's at that place, like he's kind of resisting stepping into the what this could be right now. And I feel like that's, in a way, that's okay until he has his mind more clear, which I feel like he will eventually. The Queen of Wands is here. Show me more. The Four of Swords and the Tower. The Queen of Wands shows that he definitely admires your confidence. He's very attracted to you. Um, you are super gorgeous to him, super magnetic. He's still drawn to you, so it's not like he's detached. He's still very much drawn to you. He wants you to know that. The Four of Swords in the Tower being here, it tells me he feels. This is kind of weird because I'm getting dual energy where it's like he, you know what this is talking about. Your, did you, were you ever like pulling away from, or like pulling back? I feel like those sudden bursts of like you pulling back, it left silence where he thought there was fire. um I feel like it shocked him. I feel like the last time, because I know you said you, I want to say you said you ghosted him. You ghosted him on and off. And I think for some reason the last time really shook him. It shocked him, and he hasn't forgotten how it felt. So I feel like the last time you did it, it kind of effed him up emotionally. This almost feels like to me like he actually had his hopes up, and they were shattered, and he was kind of like, what the fuck? Because maybe like, you know how sometimes you get used to somebody doing something, so you just like, okay, whatever. But for some reason, this last time, he's had his hopes really high. The King of Pentacles is here, and it shows he does want to be stable and grounded with you. Hold on, show me the Knight of Wands. But with the Knight of Wands, it reveals he also feels this wild passion towards you. He wants to chase you. He doesn't know if you'll let him in or shut the door again. Even though, like I said, it's like he wants to come in grounded, but at the same time, the Knight of Wands reveals he also feels like crazy passion for you. So it can become the what I will say is the good thing about the King of Wands being here with the King of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands, because it balances his impulsiveness to like react too drastically. I feel like he's afraid that if he reacts too drastically, it comes in like, with some passion, like that you'll shut the door again. So there is a fear there. Um, oh, okay, that makes sense. Um, with the Three of Wands showing up, show me more. The Six of Wands reverse and the Knight of Swords reverse. With the Three of Wands, he's waiting almost. Girl, he could be wanting you to chase him. I don't really like that energy, but I'm gonna tell. It's here. To me, it does feel like he could be right now. His energy could be at a place where he's waiting or almost expecting that you'll come forward and chase him. He may feel like, I've chased her enough. It's time for her to chase me, and that's coming from ego. Okay, and the King of Pentacles can sometimes be a little egoistical, so just be mindful of that. The Six of Wands reverse with the Knight of Swords reverse, it shows that he kind of feels defeated because you haven't given him a sense of recognition. Girl, I think he wants you to chase him. Oh my God, I feel like he's feeling defeated because maybe he thought you would chase him. What the fuck? Is he crazy? Um, I feel like it's leaving him. This feels, honestly, to me, it's getting. I'm saying, I'm gonna say chasing, because the Six of Wands and the Knight of Swords upright, it will be him coming towards you. It's like he wants you to. I don't want to say beg, because I'm not getting begging, but he's like, let me see if she'll try to send another text. Like, no, stop being childish. Um, I feel like because you're not chasing him or persisting, right? It leaves him feeling like he can't just rush in. He's unsure if it would even be welcome. But this is him. He's causing like his own little insecurities because you responded to him. You sent him a message. And I think he's letting his ego kind of get in the way right now. Um, this could be people that have told him like, oh, don't worry, like she'll reach back out, like let her reach back out again. He's good. Remember that I said that I said that he's getting like some bad advice and then some good advice. I'm almost sure it was you. This could be it, where someone told him like, don't worry, she gonna reach out, and other people like, yo, she don't look like the type that's gonna reach out. Like you're gonna have to reach out. But finally, with the Seven of Swords reverse, it says he wants the truth from you. Like no more guessing games, no more hiding. He wants you to be real with him about how you feel and what you want, because despite everything, he's still open to hearing it. But he needs to just reach out. He needs to stop playing. So I feel like he is gonna reach out. I feel like he is gonna act, he's gonna end up reaching out because he's noticed, he's now getting the point that he's like, yo, she's not reaching out. He's probably telling his friend, whoever told him this, he like, yeah, no, bro, she is not reaching out. And the other one's probably like, yeah, I told you she wasn't. Yeah, I feel like the next time you guys talk, it needs to like be more clear. Like maybe you initiate it, and if he kind of does not come clean or like doesn't give you clarity, then you could do whatever you want. Like you could cut him off, or you could be like, I'm gonna ghost you again. Say, nah, let me stop, not ghost him again. But like if he's not gonna give you clarity, you know what I mean. But I feel like, you know, I always say people feed off of each other. So especially like in connections like this, romantic connections. So I do feel like if you try to get some clarity, or you know, he will give it, as long as you're gonna be open to giving clarity too. So that's what I have for you, love. That took like a little turn. I was like, wait, he wants what? And my spirits are like, yeah, just say it. Like, but I wasn't getting like he wants you to beg. Like he just, you know, maybe like another text. But no, he should be able to respond. Like I said, you reach out if you feel in your heart like I want to do it, but don't do it if you don't want to. So that is what I have for you, love bug. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Just thank you so much. I don't know if I'm gonna come on later. I think I'm gonna take off tonight, but you never know with me. If I do, it'll be like a super short live, like an hour. But I don't know. I think I want to take off tonight and just like relax. So I will see you guys. Just I'll text you. Bye, guys. Have a good rest of your day.